Hi Facebook fans, thanks for tuning in to our second Facebook Live this week as we gear up for the 45th annual Easterseals Telethon. The telethon will be this Friday and Saturday on WMBD TV. We're so excited to be celebrating our 100th anniversary of serving children and families right here in Central Illinois. We have so much stuff to cover on the telethon, we're not going to have time to get to all of it, which is why we've asked some of our friends to join us a little earlier. With me today I have Trista. Hi Trista, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. So one of the services that we have here that a lot of people aren't aware of, because it is a pretty rare service for us to have, is our cortical visual impairment services. Krista, what is a cortical visual impairment?
So cortical visual impairment, also known as cerebral visual impairment, is or CVI, is when the pathway or the area of the brain that transfers visual information is damaged. So the actual eye itself can be completely healthy, no areas of damage, but it's that brain process where the information is being transferred where there's damage. So the child may be seeing correctly or seeing information the right way, but it's not getting to the brain to be processed or interpreted correctly.
So Easterseals Central Illinois provides services for children with this type of impairment. What do those services look like?
So a couple years back, we had a Easterseals family that really started the ball rolling, and that was the Camacho family. So they have a family member, Alex, who actually has CVI himself, and they were traveling out of state for services. So they really got the ball rolling and were supportive and advocating for the services to be here in Central Illinois. And we're also leading the front in identifying how much the service is needed in Central Illinois. So we, a couple years back, a bunch of us OTs, and then we also partnered with professionals in the community, got training in CVI with the support of the Camachos, who had done a lot of fundraising and stuff like that. So we are able to complete some evaluation for CVI, and then we also have a good area where we have CVI supports and strategies and equipment that is supportive in treating children that have CVI. So
that's great. So the Camacho families are one of the families that we work with here who have a child with CVI impairment. We have a couple other families. If a parent feels like their child might have a visual impairment, what do you suggest they do?
So it's always best to start with your primary care doctor and identifying what your concerns are and where they might be stemming from. But we always tell the parent, trust in what they're seeing and trust in what they're identifying as a need for the child, because they are the one that knows best. So starting with your primary care, and then you're more than welcome to call one of the rehab coordinators here to get the process rolling in identifying your needs, and then they can help you sort out where the next step is in helping your family and identifying where you might need help and benefit from help.
That's great. And now, as you've been working with children who have CVI, what are some of the success stories or some of the things that you've seen, maybe from start to finish?
So, typically CVI does not come by itself. There might be other pairing diagnoses that go with it, but a lot of times, the way you see the world and you see things, that impacts your whole day. And so you might be working with a child where CVI wasn't identified, and then when it was, it changes your whole outlook and also the strategies you're using with that child. So one of my families, I can remember the second that we started using the CVI strategies, it was the first time he ever even reached out for a toy or an object. And he was almost 2 years old, and so that's a long time. And we were looking at him just from a motor standpoint, when really it was the CVI that was impacting him at that time the most. And so just things like that, how they interact with toys, how they interact with family and friends and things like that. So
that's great. What an awesome story. Well, Trista and the therapists here at Easterseals Central Illinois serve over 5,800 families a year, provide over 30,000 hours of pediatric therapy, and all of that is because of generous donations from supporters like you. You can go online right now to eastersealsci.com/donate. We'll post a link in the comments. You guys can go make a donation, $5, $10, $20, anything you want to give. You can also tune into the telethon this Friday and Saturday. The live show will be Saturday from from 6 to 8 p.m. on WMBD. Also, if you want to specifically support CVI, we want to give a huge shout out again to the Camacho family and everything they've been doing. They host a super fun concert. It's family friendly. It's out at Mackinac Valley Winery with the Way Down Wanderers, and that is August 9th. You can go to goteamalex.com, or we'll post this link below in the comments too, and you can find out how you can get tickets and enjoy a night out while supporting this awesome program. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Trista.
thank you.